So, welcome everyone to yet another episode of Flying North. In this episode, we have a special guest with us. His name is Subrat Mandar, and he has been a student over here at Lambton College in Don Mills area for about a year. So, we'll ask him about his journey to Canada as a student, how he applied for it, and now, after graduation, how he's going about with working in Canada. So, without much overdue, welcome, Subrat. Thank you for joining us for this episode.
Hello, thank you, and thank you, Grisma, for letting me put my views on my life on Canada till now. I'm very
Okay,
grateful.
we are definitely looking forward to that and seeing how Canada has been treating you for I think almost 2 years now, right? You've been here for more than two
Yeah,
years.
almost 3 years now.
Okay,
So
so almost
almost.
3 years. Okay, so can you just give a short background about yourself?
Uh, well, I'm from Nepal, and I was a I did my graduation in bachelor's in business administration,
Mm-hmm,
BBA, and I was specialized for marketing and sales.
mm-hmm,
And from that, I had a program in. I had to do one internship for 3 months, and in just uh, in just a haywire or something, I happened to land in one of the good companies in Nepal, Tech One Global, which is a Microsoft Tier One partner. And from that, I got a great experience. I grew up in Tech One from intern to senior sales executive, and during that tenure I felt okay, I've been working here for 3.5 years, and my master's degree was pending, and I started to look for the options. And so then I started exploring for the options, and I chose Canada
mm-hmm.
because, as compared to, let's say, Germany, like Europe, uh, in let's say in Europe, Australia,
Mm-hmm.
or America, right? So I felt Canada is one of the best option, because seeing I compare the prices, the college prices, the life, the economy and everything, right? So I felt Canada was better than, let's say,
The
rest of the
other,
all.
yeah.
So uh, I would say the first thing I compared was the college, the fee, right,
Mm-hmm.
which was pretty cheap, like as compared to.
So, in that, if you say, did you have to apply? Like, how was your application procedure with Canada? Did you have to take your IELTS, or did you have to give any interviews, submit any essays? How was your application process for the university?
Okay, the first thing was, to apply for the college. I would suggest everyone to go with the agents, right? If
Okay.
you're applying for the Canada. My colleague was here in Canada already, and I applied on the same college for the another program,
Mhm.
but I was rejected. The first
Okay.
thing, the first time I was rejected by the college, and the
Mhm.
second time I applied through the agent, and
Okay.
with the same certificates, with the same IELTS, with the same documents and everything, I
Mhm.
was selected. And
Okay.
when I later came to found out that the agents are given priority, even though the colleges don't mention these things. But
Mhm.
what I personally feel is agents are more preferred than the individuals.
Okay. Okay.
So while I applied, these things might have changed, right? So I think first priority is your degree, college degree.
Mhm.
Let's say if you're applying for the diploma, your high school degree, right? And
Mhm.
if you're applying for, let's say, like me, the postgraduate degree, if you're applying for the post graduation, then you must have like bachelor degree with
Mhm.
uh, minimum 3.0 GPA.
Okay.
So these criteria will change as per the year, as per the time, let's say. So when I applied, there was a requirement of 3.0, and you need to have IELTS minimum 5.5. And Now it's changed, maybe like 6.5 or something, but while I
Okay.
applied it was 5.5 to 6.
Okay. And is that necessary? Like, if suppose somebody is not getting that IELTS score of 6.5, is there still option for them to apply, or are there other universities in Canada that accept people without the IELTS score?
uh, I don't think so, because I think IELTS
Is
is
important.
necessary, yes,
Okay.
is mandatory, I think.
Okay.
And maybe like private colleges, they might accept you without the IELTS.
Mm-hmm.
But I would recommend you to, like, this is very important, right? I meet a lot of students who come here in private colleges, right,
Mm-hmm.
saying that maybe they had listened to the agents or
Agency.
consultancies or anything. A lot of people, they don't research properly, or maybe they are they have the less knowledge about these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I meet a lot of students who are younger in age. They come to Canada in a private college, and
Mm-hmm.
after coming here, they find that you are not eligible for the work permit, which we are eligible, which we the public college students are eligible, right, for 3 years work permit. Once you do the 2 years program in public college or
Mm-hmm.
university, right, you are eligible for 3 years course,
Okay.
sorry, 3 years work permit,
Mm-hmm.
right, which private colleges don't get it, so they have to go through the public colleges.
Okay. Okay.
And when I asked the student who come to the private college, the answer is always the same, because they feel, uh, they say that the visa and the processing is easier if you come
Mm-hmm.
to private
Private
colleges.
college. Okay.
But what I would say is, if you come here in a private college, you study for 2 years, and then again you go to like public college for the same type of course, right? So it's just a waste of time. I would say directly apply for the public college or university, so that you get the
The work
work permit
permit.
for 3 years.
Okay.
So
And
in
you'll
the
also
long run,
tend to save money, right? Because you'll spend for the fees in private college, and then you're again going to spend the fees in public, and you're studying the same course all over again.
as well as the time, I would say,
Yeah.
you're doing the same course. You might have to do the same course. There are options of credit transfer and all, but you might have to do it again, or you might
Okay.
have to come to Canada. You might have to change it after you land here. So
Hmm.
which is like another process. You might your IELTS might get expired. Uh, you might have to give the IELTS again, right? You have to go through the immigration process again. So you might have to invest everything again.
Okay.
So rather than to take that hassle again and again, I would say apply for the public college, and it would be easier.
Okay.
So coming back to the point, you need IELTS, you need college degree,
Hmm.
and there's a uh, essay kind of thing named statement of purpose, in
Hmm.
which you have to declare why you want to come to Canada. Why did you choose this course? Why did you choose this college or university,
Hmm.
right? And what are your experience, and what would you like to do after you come back to your country?
Okay. Okay.
So that was the things I mentioned. And I would say when you write the statement of purpose, it's necessary that the immigration need it is necessary that the immigration knows that you're coming back, right?
Okay.
Because they
Yeah.
don't want people who intends to stay here
Hmm. Okay.
as a student, right?
Okay.
So
So you need to make sure that you're planning to come back to your home country with the skill sets that you gained in Canada. So you have to
yeah.
make sure that you write it clearly in your essay. Okay. So how many universities did you apply for? This is Lambton, but did you apply for other universities in Canada, or it was just like you finalized on Lambton because you liked the course and you said, okay, this is the university I would want to do my master's
Okay, regarding the choices of college, I uh, between university and college, the fee and everything was had a huge difference, right?
Mhm.
And for me and for my family, to be honest, university fee was very expensive,
Okay.
and it was not affordable. So I directly uh, start looking for colleges,
Colleges.
right?
Okay.
So while choosing, for the main reason I wanted to be in Lambton was that particular course, because there was a specific course that I was looking for, which
Mm-hmm.
was marketing and sales management,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Okay.
went through the course study, and
Mhm.
I felt this was the course I wanted to do.
Okay.
And
So now, yeah, yeah. Go
and
ahead. You were
after
saying something.
like yeah and after like 15 or something days, my offer letter was there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started the process for the immigration.
Okay. So you got the response quite soon once you applied for the university through the agent.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now let's get into the part of how you traveled to Toronto. So how did you find accommodation? Like once, did you find accommodation before arriving over here, or after arriving you were staying at a hotel or a friend's place, and then did you search for accommodation?
For accommodation, it was very easy for me because my uh, colleague, which is he's still like very helpful for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would consider me very lucky, where a lot of people don't get the help from the friends itself, right? So he was living alone, and we are still like sharing the room,
Okay.
and it was easy for me. And he was the one who recommended me to come to Toronto, and
Okay.
rather than be in let's say Lambton was in Sarnia as well.
Okay.
And he recommended me that you have to be in city, so that you get the better job, and even not only like the better job in terms of after your graduation, but during your student life as well. So
Okay.
you have like lots of options. If you come
Mhm.
to the city, you have like lots of options of getting the part-time jobs as well.
Yeah, I've heard the same. Like, if you are, because Toronto is a big city, right, and it has a lot of industries, so getting a part-time job becomes easier if you're within the commute of Toronto rather than Sarnia or be it Winsire or something, or even Waterloo, right?
Yeah.
Even Waterloo region doesn't have much part-time opportunities. But now you had your friend to help you. But what if it's a new student who does not have any network out here? How can he or she search for accommodation?
Well, I would recommend Kijiji, right? Now
Okay.
there's an app named Kijiji, and
Mm-hmm.
even today, like now it's if you have to find an accommodation or something, you have to find as a student. If you're I'm talking as a student, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're coming as a student, you can go through like Facebook Marketplace, and
Mm-hmm.
there are like lots of room available
Okay.
through Facebook Market, where students are the students who are already here wants
Mm-hmm.
to share the room, so that
Okay.
the rent can be shared, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can go through Facebook Market as well and
Okay.
find a room. Or
Okay. So, and how much does a student on an average need to live in the Toronto region? Like, even if you're under shared accommodation, then your monthly expense in terms of groceries, then you're traveling. So, roughly, how much should a student keep in mind that okay, this much will be my monthly expenses every month? Your mobile bill.
okay, so that also depends on like how you want to live or how you want to expense, right? So for me, I'm living in a basement, right?
Mhm.
So our rent would when I came here, my rent was 700, and
Okay.
we would
Is
share.
it just for one person it was 700, or it was shared by both of you all?
No, no, we share for the room. So it
Okay.
was 350,
Mhm.
and I didn't took any mobile or something, so my
Okay.
bill was just $45.
Mhm.
But if you take a new cell phone, let's say a premium cell phone, depending on your carrier, your and the internet data package, your bill would be around 83 to 140 something.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the carrier you choose, if you
Yeah.
choose like Rogers, Telus, your bill would be like maybe 140 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But if you choose Freedom, if you choose Fido, even Fido is expensive, Chatter and Freedom,
Mm-hmm.
then your bill would be 83 to let's say $100.
Okay. Okay.
And your commute, for your commute as a student, you get a post-secondary card for
Mm-hmm.
if you're living in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
It's 125 now, I think. $125 for 1 month.
For 1 month,
uh,
is it? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
For 1 month it's $125 and unlimited commute,
Traveling.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, unlimited if you're traveling through TTC.
So that's not applicable in Go trains, right? Only TTC.
No, only for
Okay.
TTC. So
Okay.
if you have, this is only like strictly for Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are traveling even like Mississauga, you
Mm-hmm.
so you have to like pay for the extra fee.
Okay. Okay. And use the
And
Mrs.
for the grocery, for me it's let's say 200 to $250.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like around let's say 600 to $800, I would say, for a
Monthly.
month.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you should keep around 600 to 800 monthly. That is provided you're not doing a part-time job, right? And you are paying out of your pocket.
No, you're as a student you're allowed like 20 to 24 hours a week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you work like 20 to 24 hours a week, you'll be able to cover all the expenses for your
Okay.
living.
Okay. So that gets me to the next question of part-time jobs. Like, how do you go about as a student searching for part-time jobs? And also, is it easy or is it difficult to get a part-time job?
uh well, after coming to Toronto, I have like switched jobs. I have worked
Mm-hmm.
in many places, right? I have done double shifts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on you as well. So if you register to do something, right? If you say I cannot do
Okay.
uh, through apps, let's even like Kijiji
Mm-hmm.
and Tim Hortons, McDonald's, right? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody has their own website as well, like departmental stores,
Mm-hmm.
restaurants, right? So I would say it's not very easy, but it's not that as compared to other province and all.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto, I think, has more scope for finding part-time jobs.
For part-time jobs. So did you just apply online or do you like go out and network? Do you go and meet those departmental store owners and do you meet the managers at Tim Hortons and say, hey, I'm looking for a job, like this is my contact number, or you apply online? Like which is a recommended option?
Well, at the first, I just went through like factories. I went through Tim Hortons. I went
Mm-hmm.
through departmental stores. And once you start to know the city, once you start to know like how the city works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you like slowly start to know the people in the city, and you might in the college itself you might find some friends, right, who will recommend you to the jobs. So for my case, there was one friend who was working, and he took me to the okay, there's a vacancy for this thing. So you want to
Okay.
join? Just said yes, I would say.
Okay, so that brings me to the next question is of coursework load. So when you're doing a part-time job at a like with 20 to 24 hours of your week is taken away in those part-time job, how is the workload from the university? Is it like I believe your course was a 1 year course, right? So is it very intense or is it like an 8 to does your classes start from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock or is it like just 2 hours batches split throughout the week? How are the courses taken in Canada?
It depends on your college. While I checked with uh, the students of like different colleges, I had
Mm-hmm.
like only 3 days college, right? And I had like 4 days off. So
Okay.
on that 4 days, I used to work, and
Mm-hmm.
while for the and
Okay.
Lambton was quite simple
Mm-hmm.
at that time. I don't know about now, but at that time it was quite simple for our course. I
Okay.
We had like two shifts. Uh, if you want to do the morning, It would be from 8 to 2 or 8 to 1. I forgot. Like I think it's 8 to 2. And after, if you want to do the evening, then 2 to 7.
Okay, okay. So they did
And
give you a choice, and it was continuous classes, right? So 8 to 2, and it's done at one shot for three
yeah,
days a
and
week.
the schedule would be on online, right? Whoever registers first gets the shift.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's on first come first basis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if you're late, and you have to choose like whatever is remaining. If the if it's morning, then you have to
Enroll for the
choose
morning
morning.
class. Yeah.
If it's not, then you have to choose evening.
Okay. Okay. And now the other thing is in terms of when to come to the university. So did your university have something like fall and spring break classes? Like when is the best time to come? Uh, or they
I
just had one enrollment and that was in the month of September, which is in fall.
uh there are like different your break depends on when you arrive,
Hmm.
like when you started your semester.
Okay.
And there are like colleges which doesn't give you break, like it's like straight 15 months course, and you
Hmm.
don't have break, and
Hmm.
you just complete your course. So
Okay.
my course was like 2 years, 15
So it
around like,
was okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 15 months would be there was like 3 semesters, 15
Hmm.
months, around like 15 months. And then after a year you get a break, and then
Hmm.
you have like your third semester starts. And on your fourth semester, it's up to you, like depending on your grades, depending on your choice, right? You want to do the co-op, like, which is an internship, right?
Okay.
Or applied project. So where you take the classes and you just submit the assignment, and you graduate.
Okay. Okay. Sure. So what do you recommend is the best time to come? Like as a student coming, is it a best time to start the course in August, or the best time to start the course would be in January, in spring?
Well, for me, I would say I came in September, so I
Hmm.
think that is the best time because you get the summer off, right? And that is the 4 months where you can, as a student, you can find the jobs easily,
Hmm.
and you get to know the city. Like the other days, the other time it's very cold, right?
Hmm.
four
Yeah.
months, it's the Canada or the Toronto. It's very beautiful, right?
Yeah.
You get to enjoy the summer. You don't have college,
Hmm.
and yeah, like and there are more job openings and all the part-time jobs, right? So I would say
August was one of the best times to
August
come
or September.
because I think you also will settle down by then, right? Because by the time you come in August, the winter hasn't really started. So your
Yeah,
body will also get accustomed to the winter. By the time it's September, October, slowly the winter begins. And I
yeah,
think by the time the summer comes in April, you are well versed with how the system works that you can go ahead and even apply for internships or
yeah.
co-ops. Or even I think in summer when you do a part-time job, is there a cap of 20-24 hours, or it's unlimited hours that you can work in summer?
Yeah. If you have a break of like summer break, you can work full time.
You can work
It's
full
a
time, so that's 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah. The
And
restriction Yeah, the restriction would be applied only when you're studying. You cannot work more than 20 hours. But for now, I don't know when will they lift this restriction
mhm,
again. But now, for now, like if you're an international student, due to the pandemic, you can
mhm.
work like full time. There's no limitation of hours.
Okay, okay,
But I don't know when will the restriction end again, and they will start again for 20 hours.
20 hours a
But for
week.
now, uh, for the students, if you're working, you can work full time.
And now applying for work permit. So once you graduate and when you apply for the work permit, do you need like an employer? Is it necessary that you have to have a job offer in your hand when you apply, or you can still go ahead and apply for the work permit from your end without any job offers in your hand? So
Well,
how does it work? Like that's what I just wanted to know. How does the work permit
the,
system work?
there's no such criteria that you have to have a permanent job or something to apply for the work permit.
Hmm.
If you are a student, like in a public campus or college,
Hmm.
and you have a 2 years degree, to have
Okay.
a work permit for like 3 years,
Hmm.
you have to have like 2 years degree. So for the work permit, I think there's no such great criteria that you have to have a permanent job if you're applying after you graduate after
Mm-hmm.
2 years program
Mm-hmm.
from a from a public college,
Okay.
right? Then if you are applying for the work permit of 1 year course, then
Mm-hmm.
you'll get a work permit of 1 year, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If you're applying after your
Two
2 years
years.
course, then it's 3 years work permit.
Okay. Okay.
And there's a
So
criteria.
you don't need any job offer by at that point, as long as you graduate from a public university, that's enough, or a
Yeah,
public college rather.
yeah. So, you'll get an open work permit, and
Mm-hmm.
you can after you get the work permit, you can apply for the jobs and all in whichever field.
Yeah, in whichever. So you're free to work. It's not doesn't necessarily be that okay, I did a specialization in marketing, then I have to only work in marketing. I can go ahead and work for like any field that I want.
There's regarding the work permit, and if you take a break, like unofficial break, let's say you did your first semester and you took a unofficial break,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not eligible for the work permit.
Oh,
So
is it? Okay.
that is one of the criteria they added while I was doing my post graduation. So I
So
would
if you take in, suppose I took a break of a semester and I went to my home country, but and I came back again and I continued with the remaining. So am I still not eligible for the work permit?
they say that if you took an unofficial break, and
Mm-hmm.
there might be some exceptions, right?
Okay.
But in a clear language, like they have stated that if you took an unofficial break, you're not eligible for the work permit.
Okay.
So you have to continually do the graduation.
Okay, so I think that brings us to an end of the interview. I got a very good idea of how to apply for colleges in Canada, how your visa process is, how to find part-time jobs. So thank you. Thank you for all the information that you shared. I'm pretty sure it will be beneficial for a lot of people who are out there and viewing it and who are looking to come to Canada for their further studies. Is there anything else you want to add in or you want to give as an advice for any of the viewers who are watching this video?
Yeah, I would say like let's say if you're coming as in like the age bar or something,
Mm-hmm.
which is the right time? This is my personal view.
Mm-hmm.
So what time is the best time to come to Canada? Like what age or something?
Mm-hmm.
So I would say if you're coming for a bachelor's degree, like 23 after your high school, let's
Okay.
say 23 or 24 or
Okay.
21 maybe, right? So depending on when did you finish your high school,
Mm-hmm.
if you're coming at that time, that is the best time, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is uh, I would say, let's say uh, if you're coming at the time of 27 or 28, right? Once you reach 30, right? You if you come at 27, let's say you'll complete your studies after 2 years, let's say
Mm-hmm.
post graduation, you'll be 29, 30, and once
Okay.
you reach 30, right, your point starts getting decreased.
Yeah.
So it will be a hard ladder to climb once you reach 30 to get the
Mm-hmm.
let's say to apply for the PR.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come at the time of, let's say, 24, you 24, 25, you'll get like 20, by 26, you'll finish your college
Yeah.
or like university, and you'll have
Mm-hmm.
like time to apply. You'll have time to get the job experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time you're below 30, then it will be easier for you to get the permit. So if you're above 30 and you're planning to come as a student and you
Mm-hmm.
want to be a permanent resident, I would recommend you to complete your degree or have some gain some work experience back home and
Mm-hmm.
try directly from
For the
the
PR,
for the
directly for the PR rather than coming as a student, right? And
because
yeah.
it's a very hard ladder to climb, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is one suggestion I want to give to everyone who wants to come to Canada, right? And if you say like Canada is a good country or not for living, I would say it's a best one of the best countries to live. You
Mm-hmm.
get the benefits even at this time of pandemic. Even the immigrants are getting the same
Yeah.
support as the Canadians, right? Which I think no other country has given the priority to the immigrants. right?
Yes,
At this
I
time,
agree with that. I agree. I know that even students are eligible to apply for the relief funds for the pandemic, which I think none of the countries are giving. Neither I think all of them are getting that relief fund. Uh,
yes.
yeah.
So I would say yes, it's a great country to be, right? But you have to be bit careful and bit. You have to think like what you want to do. Like just don't come in the sake of coming to abroad or seeing
Mhm.
the social media life and everything, right? Let's say think properly, right?
Mhm.
And take a decision. That's what
Okay.
I want.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Subrat, for your time and for your in detail explanation to all the questions. I really appreciate it, and I really hope it is useful to all you students out there who are planning to come. And hopefully, you have gained some insights on the student life in Canada and how to go about with your application process. Okay, with that, I see you